We finally have the car back. It's been 5 long months since I started this project, and you guys saw the thumbnail. I know you guys are waiting to see the car, and I don't want to talk too much. I just want to go ahead and show you guys the car, and then we'll kind of talk about the little things that I'm not too happy with, things that are going to be fixed, and what's maybe coming up next will be for a different video. But the car is not done yet, so it's very close to what I envisioned, but we do have more things to come. But anyways, I don't want to hold you guys up. I know you guys been waiting long enough. Here's the F32 conversion. Well, here's the F82 conversion on the F32.
I'm on the rail, I wrap it, I bag it, I pack it for sale. Got feeling on speed out, I hit me to chill. I give it a thrill, I put it on film. Facade get applaud, that ain't real. Come to my section and flex, we can tell. I got a show where she dipping them nails. I'm flipping my L's, I know they can tell. I did it too major, they hit me for favors. Been him since the cable was cut in the cradle. What's up, only right that I do it. Colossal until I'm a boss, so they want me to fail.
Alright guys, so you guys saw the car. I do want to apologize if my lips are chapped. It is cold out here. It is like 30 some degrees, I believe. 43 to be exact. But I'm out here making this video last minute. I just got the car back a day and a half ago, and I just didn't really have enough time. I had a couple things to do, and I had to push back some other projects that I was. First of all, we talked about the fenders in previous videos on the fitment and everything. Also, I want to talk to you guys about the lip, which you guys are going to be seeing a different video on the install of this lip and more details about it. Also, I am running the F82 trunk, which I'm going to be putting out another video. Right now, the fitment isn't 100% to where I want it to be. I know it can be perfected. Well, not perfected, but it could actually be improved a bit more. But just to give you guys a quick rundown on this. So this is the F82 trunk. And the reason why I got it was just because I wanted to add a little bit more dimension to the top part. Also, it's got like a little duckbill kick, which here you can see this is the main issue with the F82 trunk on the F32. So I am planning on doing some custom work in the quarter panels, and while that's getting done, I might consider asking the shop to see if they could raise up this part to kind of meet the body line once I get it, once I get the trunk fitted to how I want it to be. But other than that, I mean, if you have a dark color car, you should be able to get away with it. Also, this gap is bigger than what it's supposed to be. If you go over here, the fitment is a lot better. And the reason why the fitment is like this, I forgot to order the springs for the F82. I was playing around with the springs. I'm also missing the bump stops on the trunk. So the fitment isn't where it should be. I'm going to order the springs, and then I'm going to play around with the fitment because I realized that the springs have a factor in how the trunk fits or how it sits. So we have the trunk on here. It works. But I am waiting on the F82 springs, which actually I'm going to be ordering probably tonight. They're fairly cheap. The F32 trunk is heavier than the F82. So you don't want to be using those springs because every time that you open the trunk, it is going to shoot it up really fast. And then when you try to close it down, it's got a lot of tension. So you don't want to use it. Right now I have both springs out. And I was playing around with it, and then I could kind of get one side to fit better than the other side wasn't fitting better. So I think the springs were throwing it off balance. So once I get those two springs, I think the trunk should fit kind of like how it does over here, which it really doesn't look that bad at all. So we might not even need any body work. If I can get it to sit like this on both sides, I'll be perfectly happy. But I am going to be getting either a spoiler or a wing in the future. We'll have to kind of look at the options later on. I have a couple things that I'm going to be working on for the rear bumper, just to kind of make the front end more aggressive. Well, to match the front end that's more aggressive. But anyways, back to the fenders. The fenders had some issues, and even if you, so these fenders were designed off the Flossman company, and looking at one of the guys who's running the Flossman fenders, he actually has an issue with his fender not sitting flat right here. He has about maybe like, it looks like quarter of an inch, maybe half an inch gap that it doesn't sit flush with the car. So the body shop decided to cut the that section of the fender and rework it so it could sit perfectly flush along the pillar. That's one thing that they had to do. Also, this was my mistake. I ordered the pieces for the fenders, but I never bothered to check to see if the hole that the fender had was the exact measurement for the piece. Turns out that the hole is actually bigger, and the piece wasn't able to sit in there flush. If you could, I mean, if you wanted to try to move it around to try to get it to fit, this piece wouldn't sit perfectly flush. So what the guy had to do at the shop, this was kind of like a last minute thing. It does look kind of ghetto, but I mean, I wouldn't say ghetto, but it's not the worst. But it could be a lot better. So I think what I'm gonna have the guys at the body shop do is just sand this down completely and just paint it gloss black. I mean, this piece I'm not gonna be able to remove it, so hopefully I never have to remove it. But once this is painted all one color, I think it should look a lot better. But definitely, if you're gonna be getting these fenders, definitely have the body shop look over the inserts and do whatever repairs are necessary for you to fit it perfectly fine. So aside from that, I mean, everything on the fender fit. They had to do custom brackets for the front bumper where they meet, but it wasn't such a big deal. Now on the fender liners, these are factory M4 fender liners. On the back end half of it, I ended up using the F32. The guy at the shop, he said everything lined up perfectly. And then on this side, he actually had to trim it a little bit. Even if you have an M4 and you run these fenders, you're gonna have to trim the fender liner. So you don't have, if you're doing this on a F32, you don't have to buy the back end because you are gonna have to cut it unless you are running, the factory M4 fenders. So now coming up to the front, we have the Laptor style lip, which is by Souvenir. This is the lip that he's gonna be selling. I'm not sure if it's for sale yet, but if it is, I will have it linked down below for you guys. And also, I am running the Souvenir Euro Spec F80X or F80X because the M3 and the M4 use the same bumpers. So the difference is you don't have the side markers on this side. This looks so good. I'm really happy with it. And once I'm done with the rear, which you guys gotta see, you guys gotta stay tuned for the subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I have some parts that I'm going to test fit so you guys can take a look at it. Here, looking at the trunk, it looks a little lopsided. So I'm going to get that fixed. I'm going to be posting a video on this trunk, and then I'll show you guys all the details and stuff that I finished. I started recording the video already, but I wanted to get the trunk installed so I could have it ready for today's video, the big release video that you guys have been waiting on. I wish I could have gotten a better video, but honestly, I've been keeping this, going, or this thing has been going on for far too long that I just didn't feel like waiting any longer. I wanted to show you guys because, I mean, I'm really happy with the outcome. And like I said, the front's already aggressive. I'm perfectly happy with the front end. The only thing that I do want to get is the Icon headlights. So I think that would finish it off. And then on the rear, we have some stuff that I have on the way and some stuff that I already have sitting at the house that I'm going to be making a video to show you guys. And I think it's going to look pretty good once everything is done. This is one of the cars that I'm really happy with. Like, there's something about the F chassis cars that I really enjoy. The F80 was fun, but just being honest, I got bored of it really quick. I could only do so much to that car, and I didn't want to go too crazy without ruining the value of that car, just because I'm not really there financially wise to where I want to be, where I can just do whatever I want to that car. So this car, for some reason, I just feel, even though it wasn't really that much far off, when it comes to the M3, I just think that at the end of the day, this car is going to be more unique, more special whenever I take it out to shows, take it out to whatever kind of event that I go to, whether it be tuner shows or BMW shows. I just think that this car is going to be a little bit more special, more unique. Just giving you guys a quick little walk around one more time. Here you can see it with the lights on. That looks good. Oof. So mean. Well, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do want to apologize if I felt like I was rushing the video. It's like 40 degrees out here, and as you can see, it's getting dark, and I wanted to get this video completed and edited and uploaded by Monday. So I do have to go to work tomorrow, so I have to do all the editing tonight. But I said that I would get it out by Monday, and that's what I'm trying to do. So if you're watching this, hopefully it's Monday. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think. Drop a comment down below. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoy the video or the project. And once again, like I always say, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.